Hello, everybody, to Millennial Movie Talk, episode 135. I am your host, Michael, joined in the great outdoors of my backyard by Alex.
Hello.
Braden.
Hello.
And Steph.
Hello.
How are we today?
Camping episode.
Oh, that natural Australian fauna and fauna.
So if you haven't,
what are they called? Flora and
if you
fauna.
haven't realised, we're actually very outdoors right now in my backyard. Final episode of MMT on tour. Last pit stop.
The finale.
There's no real indoor bit, so we have to do it right outside.
We've done the
It's
round
gotten
trip.
a bit cold.
It's getting chilly. The sun is setting. If you're watching the YouTube video, the lighting will change. I'm going to say that right now.
It's nice.
I will try and fix it when
Watch
I
the
reset the
sunset.
cameras.
Watch the sunset.
We're
with
watching
us.
the sunset that you can't see.
And a grateful
It's
universe.
beautiful. And Alex is, for the podcast listeners, Alex is rugged up under a massive
So
camping
me and
blanket.
Steph have blankets, but definitely not to the extent that Alex has rugged himself up at the moment.
Also, to clarify, I do not have a long sleeve shirt on, so
No,
that's why.
Alex is in a short sleeve, thin button up and
Shorts.
and shorts. So Alex is rocking the shades and looks like he's around a campfire, smoking a bit at a good green, and he's having a fantastic time. You might hear kookaburras, you might hear galahs. It's a fantastic time out here in the backyard.
Prone to kangaroos, too, around here.
Kang-
You won't hear one. What's
No,
that?
you won't hear
Probably
one,
get a
but
koala.
quite often I am sitting in my room and looking out over just on the road, and all of a sudden a kangaroo will just bounce down the road, not across,
What?
just down the road.
I like
I'm so
how much
jealous. That's so cute.
how much that sounds like Australian bullshittery, for foreigners. But nah, that's actually what life is.
But
It's like 10 minutes away.
Especially like last year when I was stuck home for the 3 months because of COVID. I didn't realize how many times kangaroos came bouncing down the road.
Michael, you live like 12 minutes away, but it feels like 4 hours away.
It's literally
Yeah.
10 minutes
It's
up
the
road.
vertical climb in the hills. That's it.
It is.
And that's the
It
closest
is.
we're going to get to doxing Michael this week.
That's why it's so fucking cold.
Yeah, it's going to get
Because
chilly.
we're up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Settle in, folks, because we're about to talk about an old movie. Well, not
30 years old.
classic
call-out.
call-outs.
One of the newer
We
ones.
really
though.
lost it lately. Oh, that's a truck.
Yeah, we also live right at an intersection.
Yeah, we are at an intersection. We're going to get some quality audio.
Gonna get some peel outs and that.
Oh, dude.
Oh, especially as it gets darker, that's when they come out.
Yeah, it's when the hooligans come out to play.
I really
Steph.
hope that I just see some heads bobbing over the fence.
I was thinking about that today.
There's a bit of fence here. We might get some.
For the content, Michael, we have to say hello if
All
your
right.
head bobs over the fence.
All right.
I love it.
But
That's very wholesome.
we gotta go, gotta be a silly hello. Like,
But
"Hello."
Alex can't
Oh,
wave.
hello there.
So Michael has to wave for us.
Can you wave for me?
Steph, what did we
I'll say
watch
hello,
this
you
week?
wave.
All right.
We watched Cape Fear.
I'll be so fucking confused. Why is one of them waving at me? Why is one of them saying hello? They're both taking a part of this of this greeting.
It's a symbiotic relationship. Cape Fear from the wonderful Martin
Yes,
Don't,
Steph, come on.
don't put me on the spot.
Yeah, come on.
Scorsese.
Scorsese. And Robert De Niro back at it again.
91, I think this came out.
1991,
Yeah.
the remake of the 60s?
I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
a remake until
I
I was
didn't
like
realise either.
trying to search it up to watch it.
I didn't until I accidentally clicked the wrong IMDb, and then I was like, what the shit?
You missed the head.
Did someone come?
Oh, no.
It was only the top of the head.
Oh,
We didn't get a
bless.
peek
Oh,
over.
they're walking that way. Hello.
They can... They definitely looked back at it, just
you
were
wave?
so confused.
Did you wave?
Because I didn't see. I only saw the top of the head. They weren't looking at me.
Yeah, I got to see them. You guys didn't, because of the angle.
You should have.
Did you wave?
This is an incredible review of this Scorsese.
Anyway, Cape Fear.
Cape Fear. How would you describe this film, Steph?
I would describe it as, oh God. Like, do you want like an empirical description or do you want like how I felt
Give me a
watching
metric
this?
description. Like, what does that mean?
So I can relate it to a movie we've already
Empirical-
watched.
Empirical, not imperial.
It's all right. Just
Michael, give us the
imagine
plot.
strangers on a train, except they didn't meet on a train.
They
He
met in a
defended him in
courthouse.
court.
Yes. So
Did you get Strangers on a Train vibes too?
Yes.
I got major Hitchcock vibes from this thing. It felt like if Hitchcock transported himself into the 90s.
Yeah.
This is the exact result of what would happen.
I'm just waiting for someone. Sorry. Testament to The Simpsons. All I thought about was The Simpsons episode.
Yeah. As soon as
I
as
watched
soon
the
as it
episode
came to you.
immediately afterwards, and yeah, they're very similar.
How much did it line up?
Oh, it was almost shot for shot.
Oh my
like
God.
it's pretty.
Without some of the more intense stuff.
No, yeah, without
Without the rape
it's
and
sideshow
everything.
Bob. I mean, yeah, he's not raping.
Hey, sorry,
16-year-old.
instead of rape, it's rake.
Oh, these rakes.
It is. That's clever.
I had
That's
a
clever.
I had a little review that I was going to plan. It's like cape fear, more like rape fear.
I mean, it's true though.
true.
It is.
Because this Robert De Niro plays this character. What's his name?
Maximilian.
Caddy?
Maximilian
Caddy
Caddy or something.
Yeah.
And this dude is terrifying.
He's everywhere.
He's such a good actor. Though.
I nails
I
it.
loved
here's
it.
here's the thing. I was thinking about this while watching the movies. Obviously, like I knew who Robert De Niro was, and I've only ever really.
That's good.
I just
I've seen Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, I've only ever really
He
seen him
hasn't.
as like an older person, and like people parodying him and stuff in things, and like obviously now watching Taxi Driver and stuff, I'm like, oh shit, like Robert De Niro.
He did
He's
everything.
so good, isn't he?
Yes, and like I don't like obviously like he's played a bit more of the unhinged in this one.
Yeah.
The other one was a bit more. He was a bit fucked up in a different way.
Yeah. Taxi
Yeah.
Driver, he definitely had issues, but this one is like, oh no, this is like a bad guy.
But like, obviously, he's thought as a criminal, he was considered just like a simple person, didn't know much, and he's just come out and he's like this hella smart dude.
Oh my god.
Like when he's doing the whole mock court thing.
I love that.
Well, that's just it. Like he wasn't. He was never like It's a weird distinction because he didn't have the knowledge, like the literacy, before
He wasn't
he was
literate,
put away.
yeah.
But he had the natural intelligence that he could learn that fairly easily while he was in prison,
Yeah.
and so he did just that. I mean, at the end of the day, he's a terrible person, right? He's terrible. But like, if I was him, I would feel pretty ripped off that my lawyer had neglected to present evidence to the court. You know what I mean? Like
It's an incredible concept for a story, and I'm surprised that the story went the way that it did, in the sense of like, I don't know where I would take that if I came up with that concept.
Yeah,
because that
it's-
concept has so many different outlets.
It does, because morally the lawyer was doing the right thing, but then as his defense lawyer, he wasn't doing the right thing.
He was technically breaking his code and everything.
Yeah, that's right. So
I love there's the line that De Niro says about like him learning to read, like, and then him like naming these like children's books and then saying like, and then I moved on to law books. I was just like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
this guy means business.
it was very, very good. What do we think? Juliette Lewis, I think she was only 17 when it was filmed as well. She came out in 91.
God.
Yeah, so she was actually young, playing pretty much the age that she's supposed to be.
Yeah, she's meant to be like 15-year-old.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
she was about to turn 16. And my God,
Yeah, it got
like
pretty
Just
intense,
that
didn't it?
school scene. Ugh.
oh
Yeah,
my God,
the
scene in the theater, the second she answers the phone and he's on the other line, you're like, fuck. And then
the moment I went fuck is like, oh, I'm just gonna go downstairs to the theater, and it's
Oh
through
my
a
God.
dingy corridor. I was like, who puts the theater down
theater's
there?
in
Did you
this
think he was
horrendous
going to kill her?
place.
No,
I
didn't.
No, I've seen the Simpsons episode.
No, I didn't.
You knew
I
what was
didn't.
up.
I didn't think he was going to kill it because obviously what he got convicted for. Obviously, she's not the one he was out to get. He was out to get her dad. So I think it was the intent of like luring her. I don't think he was going to harm.
And by that
well-
point, he'd already done the bad stuff with Loretta.
Whatever. her name.
Loretta.
The squash partner.
the squash
The
partner.
squash
Yeah.
partner.
Loretta.
That was the other thing. They made the dad kind of like, they made him unlikable in a way that part of me was like, oh, okay, like this guy's clearly done some
Well,
shit.
I like
throughout
that
his
the fact
years.
that the family was so broken.
Oh yeah.
They were
Even to
having
the
a good
point
time.
where like the scene in the theater where like she confront like obviously that scene.
Yep.
And the daughter, Danny,
Danielle, yeah.
yeah, was like they call it Danny.
Yeah.
Was like she goes, "Oh, you hurt my mother's dog." I thought it was really interesting that choice of words, like not our dog, my mother's dog.
Yeah,
like,
she's so
But
separated
like even
from her parents.
even on that, like when he comes in on the boat, he's like he says something and she was like, "No, they forced me." So it's not even like, "Oh, I was trying to run away with my family." It's like, "No, they dragged me along."
I thought she just said that to play along with him though.
Yeah,
like
at
to
that
toy with
first
him,
one,
like
yeah.
just to be like, oh, just because I'm pretty sure once she sees the two dead bodies in the kitchen, kaput.
yeah.
All the connection stuff kaput.
Yeah, you'd think that.
Yeah.
Well, like, is it insinuated that he's like living in there? Because obviously he takes the piano string and stuff.
Oh, I loved that. That was
And,
creepy
like,
as
so he's
fuck.
I
like
like him dressing up as a fucking woman.
that was great.
Yeah.
That was so good.
But I was like, is it insinuated that is it just insinuated that he just breaks in all the time, or is it insinuated that he's in the house?
Well, I think
Because like they're like, oh, no one let the dog out,
Yeah, so he was already like from the start of the movie. I think that he is already breaking into their house constantly,
Yeah.
and that's a terrifying thought. This film does a very good job of giving you very horrible, foreboding vibes where you're just like things
he
are
had
gonna
to
go
already
wrong.
be in the house though at the end there because
Yeah.
the bear didn't move for him doing it, just moved because of the
Yeah.
other door.
Which was like there's so many elements of this thing where it's like, damn, this is like horrifying and creepy, and then there's other parts which feel really cartoonish to me.
They do that in The Simpsons.
They feel
they put the
really-
crusty doll there.
Wow, it is like I googled it just then to have a look, and like there's like shot by shot comparisons. It's ridiculous.
Is this the first time that music has been used? Because I've heard that everywhere since, and like it felt so familiar to me.
I'm
to
fairly
hear
sure
it
in
in
the
the movie.
start it
In
said,
the credits, it said something about this is this person's take on this music.
Yeah. Yeah. In the opening credits, it was like so and so's adaptation of this, or something along those
cool.
lines.
It looks like it might be an adaptation of the original.
Okay.
Like back in the 60s, maybe. So like they've like taken it. And
That could be
then-
why you get that sort of Hitchcock vibe from it as well, because that's what reminded me most of
Well,
something like that.
my correlation with Strangers on a Train is obviously just him showing up every, like, especially like the parade where it's not like he's just like sitting in the back. It's like him staring at
right
him
there, yeah.
and stuff. Like, and obviously, but like at the start, he just happens to be outside the diner. And it's sort of like a quick take, like, oh, I think I know that face, and then like. But like, I love how quick it is. He just comes up and approaches him. Like,
When he rips the keys
yeah,
out of the ignition.
It didn't give the other dude much time to sort of like start panicking. He's like, all right, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real what's the word I'm looking for? Stealth, I guess.
No.
to
Yeah,
it all.
he's
He's just
out in
there.
the
He
open.
doesn't
I
care.
think that was his play. He's just
that's the scariest thing
'Cause
about
he
it.
I love
knows
him.
his
I love him
rights.
chilling on the wall with the fucking
yeah, that was
fireworks.
because he's just so
He's just
chill.
vibing.
It's such like good imagery. It's so cartoonish. It's hilarious. But
Definitely unique in the way some shots are filmed and the style.
Yeah.
A lot of zooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of zooms.
And a lot of those
weird
was it
movements.
negative? What when it goes like black and is it like negative?
Yeah, Mr. Negative.
Why it went into Mr. Negative mode?
And then it went red too.
yeah, I never got why.
Like
it
right
did
at the
that.
end, like the ending went into negative. I was like, because it was her telling it was zooming
Just
on her
telling the
face
story.
while it was telling her future perspective.
Yeah.
and then went negative. I was like, weird choice.
Yeah, nah, there was some very very weird choices in this.
Hey,
like,
Marty does what Marty does.
Yeah.
Editing.
I mean, it
wise,
was
I
good,
thought there was
so I
very
can't
weird
complain.
choices as well. Like that, those were like my main like parts were like editing and some weird shots and choices. But like it's creative as hell, and like I totally get why this film blew up because like De Niro fucking knocks it out of the park.
He does. This is one of
He got
one
nominated
of the
for
best roles.
an Oscar, and you go, why didn't he get it? Because he went up against Anthony Hopkins for Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, was that same year?
Same year,
That's
so
a rough year for those two.
so yeah, any other year probably would have won it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, probably. Like, cause like him like reciting him doing the
Yeah, the
court
will.
scene, looking at the camera at the end was like terrifying.
Oh, when
and
he just
also
like
so
really
fun
loses
to watch.
it towards the end.
And like he is giving it his all. It's fantastic. I also thought the dad, like while some parts of his acting were a bit like
Is it Nick Nolte?
Nick
Nolte.
Nolte, yeah.
We love Nick Nolte.
Yeah. What's he been in? Like that I would know.
I know him from 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah.
I know him from Warrior. We all know him from Warrior. He plays
Yeah.
the dad in Warrior.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen
That makes
Warrior.
sense then. Yeah, I thought he did a great job in like most of it, and then there are other times where I was like, but I think that also came from
I think he
filmmaking
did.
choices.
I think he did a good job in showing that, like his decline. Like obviously, like him getting beat out with the whole beating him up, and then getting this. Like Max getting the restraining order against him. I think he showed him getting unhinged and stressed as well. Because like, obviously, like when he finds the dead, but he runs outside and just starts firing into things. So I think
Yeah.
it shows his sort of collapse. I think he did a really good job there. Other parts, like where it was a bit more mundane stuff, was I guess a bit, but I think a lot of the focus was on De Niro.
Yeah, I was surprised
Also,
with how much we
washboard
spent with
abs.
him. Oh, dude, he
Yeah.
ripped.
De Niro could still get it in 91.
He is toned to fuck when they do the really like on the nose. Like we're gonna go straight from his like just above his crotch all the way up to his
Oh,
face.
when he's in like the red speedos or whatever.
Dude, he is fit as hell.
Also, just all the tats, like.
Oh, the tats are
And
ridiculous
he was like
gross.
he was like almost 50 at this point.
Well, you can tell that he is aged up. Like you can tell that he's seen shit. Like
Yeah,
as a person.
It was a bit more in his face and
Yeah.
stuff.
But I
and,
mean,
like,
as an actor like of that age, to have to get yourself into that kind of physique for a role, that's
Yeah.
very impressive.
yeah.
Yeah, he does some really good stuff in this movie.
What do we all give it?
I gave it a 4, I believe. Well, I haven't given it a rating, but probably around a 4.
4.
4.
I think I'm sitting at like a 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.75
Just gotta be
would
different, don't you?
Well, it also helps to be
Just
different.
gotta be an
But
outlier.
I think
don't you,
Chris
Ryan?
also gave it a 4 on Letterboxd. So
There
I
we
think
go.
3.75
Chris doesn't
would
get
be
the
a little
memo, though.
more-
yeah, true. But yeah, 3.5 from me. I think there was just some weird choices that really threw me out of it, and also I'm never gonna watch this movie again. It was so unpleasant.
Also, just
Yeah,
just
it's
speaking
intense.
of like the most unpleasant, uncomfortable scene, what the theater scene, just like the whole finger in the mouth, and like it wasn't even. I feel like the kiss wasn't the grossest part.
Oh,
No.
the kiss wasn't the grossest
No.
part. And it was just, that was the one part of the movie that I thought really fucking worked because they held on everything so long to make
Yeah.
you so
And,
uncomfortable.
like-
other parts of the film would really jump ahead and really jump through everything.
And it just shows like I don't know how he just played into like her innocence and stuff as well. Because like, obviously then she starts like giggling. He's like, "Can I put my hand on you?" Oh,
yeah, I
don't
can
mind.
put my
It's
arm
just
around
like-
you.
Yeah.
We got the wheel?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Ready to spin
that
that wheel. Now we sit here in silence as Alex watches a digital screen spin in front of him. I can see that it's stopped in his glasses.
Oh, you can. Braden, are you famous?
Am I famous?
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, that's it.
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This has been on my watch list for
This
ages.
is exciting.
Oh,
You
rude.
can't say hello if they don't look.
Almost famous.
Almost
Who is
Famous.
it in this? Because like I said, I always see the DVD art for this, and I think
Yes.
it's.
You think it's Drew Barrymore?
I think it's Drew
It's the one
Barrymore.
where they sing Tiny Dancer on the bus.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah.
Almost
Ooh.
Famous is from
I
2000.
know that exact scene, and that's the only thing I know from this
Kate
movie.
Hudson, Billy Crudup, Patrick Fugit, Zoe Deschanel.
What is the genre? Oh, this is 2000. This has to be the most recent one we're going to watch.
It's
right?
American comedy drama.
This is very different.
How long
also,
is it? How long is it?
It's got Frances McDormand in it.
How long
2
is it?
hours, according to Google.
According to Google, it's 2 hours.
Don't you fucking trust
I
me?
feel like there's no director's
trusting
cut of
Google.
Almost Famous though.
The Snyder cut of Almost Famous. Where he-
Did Kevin Costner have a cut of Cape Fear?
honestly, you might have.
Chris keeps watching The Postman now. This is something I feel like we need an intervention
Wait,
for.
he watched
Yeah.
it. He rewatched
He rewatched
I
it
didn't.
again.
I missed that
He
one.
needs help.
He does need help.
Every time he talks to me about it, I'm like, Chris, it's okay.
Almost Famous, 2 hours.
2 hours.
2
on the dot.
hours.
2 hours, and it's rated R.
Ooh.
Oh, we're getting a sex scene.
Oh, maybe. Set in the early 1970s.
No,
and
she's
that's all
gonna
I'm
not do
read.
a sex scene. That's why she's almost famous.
All I'm gonna read. What else has everyone been watching?
Well, you've got some interesting new ones
Why do I have to go first?
because you've got the new ones.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. What do you want? The Netflix or the Amazon one?
Netflix.
I'll go Netflix. I watched a new Netflix movie. It's a spanking new hot off the press. Do you want me to meet your mic, man?
Please, Michael.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Where were we? So,
New Netflix movie.
hot off the press. It's starring Benedict Cumberbatch. It's starring what's his name from Breaking Bad, Jesse Plemons. It's Kirsten Dunst.
Have I just missed
Wait,
this on Netflix?
Jesse Plemons is in Breaking Bad.
Yes. Is
Oh.
just Kirsten Dunst is in a.
What is this
you got
movie?
You got a. It's based on a book. It's called The Power of the Dog.
Oh, I did see that. I
This
did see
is-
like
What?
the little.
This is off a book. It is a film that's set in the 1920s. You got Benedict. He's a cowboy ranchman, and he's got a brother called Jesse Plemons.
Is he doing an American accent?
Yeah. You got Jesse Plemons, who's his brother, and Benedict Cumberbatch plays Phil. Phil is a charismatic, damaged, homosexual cowboy ranchman. They got a very successful ranch in America. Now they do cattle and hide and all that, and they don't. Benedict doesn't like it. Doesn't like to sell his hide. He likes to keep his hide, and he burns the ones he doesn't use. Unmute his mic.
Is it like a Dallas Buyers Club?
Mate, no, not
No?
really.
Dallas
Less AIDS.
Fair enough, honestly.
No, so look, Jesse Plemons, basically, he goes out, he plays Benedict's brother. They're both wealthy. They both own a successful ranch. And he meets Kirsten Dunst and her son. They're from a nearby town, and her husband just committed suicide. He was an alcoholic. She hates alcohol. So Jesse Plemons meets her. They kind of fall in love, and they get married. And her son get shipped, come live at the ranch with Benedict and them. Benedict don't like that.
Oh.
Benedict does not like Kirsten Dunst at all in this film. He thinks that she's just after his brother's money, and he kind of goes out of his way to make her life a living
Miserable,
hell.
yeah.
He
Oh,
plays a
wow.
bad guy,
Okay.
Oh,
But-
okay.
but like a tortured bad guy.
Mm.
So you love him.
So you're on his side.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch is going to get nominated for this because
Yeah?
he's incredible,
Oh, he's wearing a cool hat.
Ooh.
isn't he? He's very dirty. He doesn't shower. He kind of just rubs mud on his body and goes for swims.
Love that.
That's
Well, mud scrub.
he's like a mud scrub.
Bit of a
Yeah, no, everyone across the board's great. Kirsten Dunst is great. The kid the guy that plays the kid, he was Nightcrawler in the latest X-Men films.
Oh yeah.
He's great in it. It's just it's a fantastic film. I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I think everyone should
Definitely worth the watch.
absolutely worth a watch.
I really like the chemistry between Jesse Plemons and Kirsten Dunst in like typically because they're married in real life as well, so it works out. You know, they do some really good stuff together. Even starting in Fargo, I think. And
Oh, yeah.
they've been in a few things together since then.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be keen to watch it.
Very cool. It sounds fascinating,
Good watch.
and it looks like it looks like
Bit of a slow burn,
it looks like it'll be a slow.
How
burn.
long is it?
2 hours, but yeah, just it's great. It's fantastic. I very much liked it. It's very high on my list. I don't have my phone out. I can't check what my list of the year is, but it's high up there.
High on the list.
Yeah, very high.
Okay.
Then I
Cool.
watched a documentary on Amazon.
Now this one does look good.
This one's interesting. It's called Burning. It's based on the Black Summer bushfires from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We all remember. If you're not Australian, you probably heard of it still.
I was going to say you definitely heard of it
Definitely heard of
because
it.
it was the
Yeah.
biggest news of the start of 2020
Until
Yeah.
until
anyway, so this isn't just a documentary about the fires. Like this is how they started. This is what happened. Here's the end of them. It starts way before them
Ooh.
because it's all about climate change.
Woo.
Pro climate change.
Yep.
I should just say that. Extremely.
Pro climate change, it wants the world to burn. Not quite. You know, yeah,
They believe climate change is real.
climate change is real and it's affecting the world.
I can't believe that's a sentence. They believe.
Is it all focused on the eastern states, or
Yeah, predominantly.
Okay.
Look,
Because
honestly,
we did have a pretty big fire here at pretty much the same time as
Yeah.
well.
if in terms of like mapping the bushfires itself, the bushfires is not like it's the catalyst for what they need to talk about.
yeah.
Okay.
Where it's
They're sort of using it to drive their point.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you hate Scott Morrison, you're gonna love this.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Because
5 out of 5 from me already.
boy oh boy, do they fucking put him through the ringer.
Good.
They just put out his. It's the
They
best of.
use the clip where he tries to forcibly shake people's hands and they tell him to fuck off.
They got an
yes.
interview with the girl who so there's a girl who she's just like he's shaking everyone's hand, you got people from the towns who like, oh, and the Prime Minister rocked up and he was taking selfies with everyone and he
Yep.
was just walking up to people who lost their homes and their loved ones and saying, hi, how are you? And like
Yep.
like that. And he was taking selfies with people and then like he came up to me and obviously we've all seen the clip where she doesn't want to shake his hand and he grabs her hand and
Yep.
like
Yep.
yep, that's it's they didn't
Right,
show the
right,
one
right.
Embarrassing.
they didn't show the one with the firefighters though. Oh, there are. So honestly, it starts off with like there used to be a climate policy in the
Yep.
government, and then it starts off with the guy who ran it. He's in the documentary,
Cool.
and then they booted it
Mhm.
because they don't care about.
Money,
That's it.
money, 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 money,
can't
money,
do it.
money, money, money. That
So-
looks so weird.
So basically, if you're not kind of you don't really have a stance for climate change. You're kind of just like,
If you're,
I
if
don't
you're willing
against
to,
it. I believe it exists, but like I don't like it's like
it's not actively on your like top of the to-do
Yeah.
list.
absolutely after this it should be
Yeah.
and it will be because it's so confronting and that's what it is. It's confronting.
Yep.
There's a
Is it a movie or a TV or a series for the documentary?
one
doco.
doco out
Okay.
movie length.
Movie length, yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's just really good and it's like very informative. Obviously, like this is one of the ones where like you got to say it's from a biased perspective because it's not fucking like
Yeah.
you got the people. It shows you like fucking tweets from like people like Donald Trump Jr. who when all this was happening and they're just like arsonists did this. It wasn't climate change.
Yeah.
No.
Like there's no I really don't see how like this is slightly political, but you can't have a centrist idea on climate change.
It
Like,
exists.
There's
It's
no
there.
way to
That's
be
it.
centrist on
It's-
climate change. Either you've been pushed to be considered on the left, which is bonkers that climate change is real and you believe science, or you're off on the
Exactly.
right and you're a denier.
It's science. That's it. Like, how
Yeah.
can you?
There's no
nothing
way
political
to be-
about it.
Our
centrist on it.
current policies on it. It's
still there.
fucking. Was it emissions down by 2050, where they should be down by 2030?
Should be 2030, and they should be much more ambitious by 2050 as well.
Yes,
And they're not.
I am loving this so much.
I just
this
wanna
is everything
put
that
into
the Greens
perspective,
are
like,
working towards.
Anyone that was under a fucking rug when this fire happened, there was that much fucking smoke. I'm fairly sure it was like landing in Argentina, Chile, sort of.
But like, here's
across
the
the
thing, though.
Pacific.
oceans, yeah.
They show you just like because you do get to see a lot of the bushfires. But it's
Yeah.
not about. It's not like a timeline of the bushfires. It's
Look how
we're
bad this
It's
is.
so fucking dry because like they say climate change is real and Australia's the first place to feel it
Yeah.
because of where we are.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a lot of mountains and we're flat.
And we were saying this like even back in the day when it was like, oh, there's a big hole in the ozone layer.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, Australia's sort of the first one that's going to get fucked
It was very
up.
close to us.
And it's now been proven, by case in point, the
Yeah.
largest fire that we've ever had.
Exactly. And like they just give statistics. They talk about like, no one's like the bushfires happened and it was on everyone's radar and Scott Morrison was put through like fucking
He was put on
he
blast.
should have been gone there.
He should have, yeah.
But then
For
guess what
any-
happened?
For any time for a prime minister to not be booted out and replaced with another prime minister
I know,
before their
I
term
know.
is up, how it didn't happen
Where's
then?
Julia Gillard when you need her?
Honestly.
But Braden, I take your climate change science and I raise you this. Why
Money.
is it that we are in the middle of December and I'm freezing out here?
Well, it's exactly right. There's no.
How can
climate
it be the
at all.
hottest summer on record if
We're in the hills.
Well, I'm not cold.
We are also in La Nina.
La Nina?
Yeah.
Yeah,
La
who got a
Nina.
La Nina?
It's
So
gonna get wet.
Gonna fuck up our summer.
gonna
But
be a
hopefully, I
wet
don't think
summer.
we're gonna. I don't think we will feel the summer, the La Nina too much. It's more the
No, it's
eastern,
the eastern
states,
states.
thankfully.
yeah, so they talk
Sorry.
about how like and why did no one talk about Scott Morrison's like behavior after the bushfires? Why is that, Braden?
What,
Did something
screwed
else?
off to Hawaii?
Did
Something else
something else
happened.
happen after that
Yeah.
made everyone forget about the bushfires?
Really distracted everyone from the fact that he really should have been held accountable.
that
for
was
his
it.
actions.
COVID's a fucking blessing for that man.
Oh yeah,
Because
And
he
then
got off.
he was
he
able
got
to be
off
like,
scot free.
oh my god.
Oh.
And then he was able to be like, oh, Australia's handling it quite well. Like blah blah blah. We're gonna slam Victoria a bit.
Yeah,
But,
so-
like at the time they were like, Australia's doing well.
I never
in regards
like to get
COVID.
political too much,
I'm here for it.
but I'm voting green.
Oh, this is what this movie needed.
It's fucking
It's impossible to argue otherwise.
because
isn't it?
Labor aren't Labor are they're
Labor
better.
have recently changed their thing to be 40% by 2050.
That's still not good enough.
No.
By 20,
By
I'm really
2050,
glad to
it
hear
needs
you
to be
say that.
75%. I'm so happy. This is fantastic.
Because it used to be the general consensus that voting for Greens would be wasting your vote, but the way that Australia's cabinet works,
but like
Yes.
here's the thing
is
though,
that
like
it wouldn't be a wasted vote.
you got the stance where it's just like, oh yeah, but Greens are going to spend all this money to try and do this, and well, Australia's going to be in debt. Fucking who cares if we're in debt? I'd rather be in debt than
Dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Also, I'm
Rather
fairly
have-
sure just every country is always in debt.
Yeah.
And my
That's right.
question is, to who?
Yeah. It's,
Oh.
this is where
Oh
we're
no,
going to get real weird.
there's someone who we're in debt to.
This is where it's going to get real weird.
China.
Money is a human construct.
yeah. So
Which
this
you can make as much of it as you want,
Yeah.
and it fucking doesn't mean anything.
so this has had a really profound effect on you then, Alex. from
Yeah, I
watching
mean,
it.
of course,
This is
like
excellent.
it's like it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, because you it's that thing where
You're disgusted too.
I
I
think
can't take you seriously in that
I
when I
think-
look at you with the glasses and the blanket.
I want Alex
It's
to
just
never take these
disgusting.
sunglasses and this blanket off.
My
This is
climate change
beautiful.
glasses.
This is Alex's woke glasses. I'm here for
This
it.
this is the wokest. Like I
It's
have to
great.
watch it to see how confronting it really is.
But legitimately,
You're
I
gonna
think,
cry because you see all the fucking animals that got
Yeah,
hurt.
you see all the
Oh,
koalas
no.
fucking
But, like,
burnt to
Yeah,
hell.
all the
thing-
kangaroos dead on the road.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, we consider, like, size definitely, like, nowhere near considerable to what was going on in the eastern states. But, like, at the same time, there was multiple fires happening in South Australia.
Yeah.
And one was...
And we saw Ash.
People
where
lost
I-
their
no,
homes.
here's the thing. One was
entire-
practically on my doorstep here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here.
We were always in the safe zone, but every single day, about 6 times a day, I was on that
Yep,
CFS
having a
app.
listen in, see if you're
No,
going to
I was just on the CFS app. I was so paranoid because we'd only just moved up.
Yeah,
here.
this
Yeah,
is
you were
fresh.
So I was like,
here.
I was like, I was like checking I was like texting Mum, like, I've checked it again. We're
Yep.
still okay. And I was like waiting for like our area just to be in the red zone. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, now
all
we have to go.
Yeah. Because like, and like coming up that way, I don't know which way, I think the other two came the other way, but if you came up that way, there was one day, I reckon it was just after it had started, probably the closer it had come to our house. You came up over the hill on that side and you could see the glow on the horizon over
Yeah.
those hills. And it was just like we're just coming home, like, because we went and grabbed dinner, and me and Mum were just like, Oh,
do we have to
okay.
go?
And they talk about like the effects of the fires, how like the ash go up in the sky and they create clouds and then they create their own little lightning storms which start
Yeah.
more fires.
Oh, yeah, that was
yeah.
insane. Like, you'd see, like, the storm pictures that people would post, and, like the pictures that people were sharing, they looked apocalyptic.
It was, yeah.
Like, it was terrifying.
Like here, I reckon for a solid week, it was not clear outside.
yeah, no, not at
The
all.
wind was never blowing this way, so we didn't get too like it wasn't
You
ever
didn't get
too
ash in your
bad.
lungs.
No, but like the smoke, like every day was hazy, and like probably up there, I couldn't see clearly up just the hill across the road. Like it was pretty bad a couple of the days. Like like in the middle of summer with all the windows shut. Like
Yeah, it's just insane.
I'm really glad that this documentary's come out. I hope it's a little more widely circulated than just on Amazon. Like, it'd be nice if it got a theatrical release.
I
or
hope
if it
that-
Yeah,
was-
so basically, like, just keep voting.
We're all going to vote green
'Cause
then.
they're
That's
not
that.
going to, then look, in the next 5 years, are they going to be the majority holder? No, but they'll have more seats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so this is the thing, and I'm going to have a small little tirade.
A PSA.
So, little PSA, if you vote green this election, if you're in Australia,
I
whether
thought you muted him. Not just
no.
Oh my
After
God.
everything we've been talking about.
everything, they're like, don't let
So
Braden say
Braden, we're not getting political on that. No.
If you vote green, what we're aiming for is to have a balance of power within Labor and Greens, which means that the Greens
They're going for a coalition, aren't
can
they?
actually hold them accountable
Yeah.
and can actually push these things to have better targets, to have better access to things, to create better things like things in Medicare and everything like that.
Mental health.
Yeah, I
and
won't.
Medicare.
I won't get super into it, but like, legitimately, tell every single person you know it's not a wasted vote.
Yeah, it's not like the Electoral College in
Our
the US.
system works completely
yeah.
differently, and I think people take in
I
so
think
much US
a
content.
lot of I think it comes from is when we're a bit younger. If you ever had to go with your parents,
Yeah.
like,
They tell you don't vote green. It's a
at
waste
that
of vote.
point, at that point, obviously, climate change wasn't like a really big.
it
It
wasn't
wasn't
on
a very
people's
big
doorsteps.
common issue. Like people obviously thought about the ozone thing was like since
Yeah.
90s,
Do you remember
80s.
Because they started off with the protest that schoolgirl had. Do you remember the schoolgirl here that started the protest about climate change?
Yeah.
And she was like big into it. Well, they sent her to what just happened this year for the
COP26.
COP26.
They went to the one in 2019.
Last year's?
The
Oh,
yeah,
2019.
yeah, the ones before the fires.
Damn.
Oh,
And they talked about how, because that's where all the governments get up and they
Yep.
send someone and they tell them what they're planning to do.
They try to force targets that people.
And she just said that Australia's was embarrassing.
Yeah.
is embarrassing.
It's the worst. Whenever you look at any statistic on a worldwide scale, any like first world country, Australia's at the bottom of the list.
And
Yeah.
they fucking show that Scott Morrison clip when he brings coal into the
Oh,
parliament. He goes,
This is coal. Don't be afraid of
Oh,
it.
God.
They're like, yeah, look, it's scary. It's here. Look, it's clean. So
Yeah.
no, because you've given and fucking Barnaby's behind him.
Oh, not fucking Barnaby.
fucking
Okay.
little red face.
Yeah,
Ladies
he's such a little angry red man. He's just
Michaela and I watched Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah, probably good job.
okay. Yes.
Oh, and it also ends with like
Happiness.
Scott Morrison declined for an interview with this.
I can't imagine why.
Piece of shit.
Probably because Murdoch told him not to. That's a whole nother thing. Tick Tick
Rupert.
Boom is Tick Tick Boom is fantastic.
Is it?
Oh my god, Michaela and I cried. It is such a good movie.
And I don't even know what Rent is.
like.
I know it's the AIDS musical.
Michaela and I love musicals. We haven't seen Rent at all.
Yeah.
We've never seen it. This movie will make you cry. It's beautiful. It's shot fantastically.
Is your favorite sequence? I mean, I didn't talk about it last time because no one's seen it on so the therapy.
Oh my
sequence
god,
is
the therapy
incredible.
sequence with Vanessa Hudgens on
And
stage
it
as they're
cuts in,
fighting.
cuts in between the fighting.
It's honestly,
So good.
everyone in this movie is fantastic.
Although I think the best song is so the two best sequences are if you agree with me here, the therapy sequence and then the Moondance Diner sequence.
Oh, where they get every single person on Broadway
Hamilton.
ever.
Yeah,
Oh my god, there's so many people.
But even the way that's filmed, how the diner opens up,
Oh,
and
it's
it
so
looks like a dollhouse almost.
it looks like a stage setup. Like,
Yeah, what a great directorial debut for Lynn.
honestly, there is so much pressure
First
on
thing he's
him.
directed.
There is so much pressure on him for a second film now.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine how he's
And
feeling.
Andrew Garfield,
Oh,
because everyone's talking about how Will Smith has like pretty much got
He's-
it in his bag for King Richard,
King
the
Richard, yep.
the Venus and Serena documentary.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Not documentary movie,
Biopic.
biopic.
Has that come out?
It's you can
They're
you
doing
can
press
acquire
tours.
it.
Oh, right. Okay. So not for
because
us.
it was one of the
Stage.
HBO Max releases.
Ah,
Doesn't come out here until January 22nd, like
Yeah.
all the Oscar movies do.
classic.
Moving on. But people think, and Will Smith's never won an Oscar, so they think this is his revenant, and like he's gonna
Sorry, what?
Yeah, actually, that's very
He's
surprising
never
to hear.
won an not even for what was that fucking one he did with his kid?
Pursuit of Happiness. No, Pursuit of
After
Happiness.
Earth? Oh,
I was
Pursuit
going
of
to
Happiness.
say After Earth, but Pursuit of Happiness, he probably could have won it.
But I think Pursuit of Happiness didn't get a critic acclaim. I just think that people liked it.
Yeah, I
I've
think
never
it's just
seen it,
a-
so
I remember we fucking watched
yeah, but
Target the
has Will
heartstring
Smith done
film.
anything like fantastic?
Concussion was great, where he
haven't
plays a
seen it.
sports medical doctor.
never. Seen
iRobot.
iRobot.
I haven't seen it.
iRobot. He should.
I remember
I
always.
Am Legend.
I remember
No, yeah,
always
I just-
seeing like at the start
Bad
of like
Boys for Life.
DVDs when they play like trailers or something. I remember always seeing an iRobot one.
Yeah.
He was nominated for Golden Globes for Pursuit of Happiness.
Wait, has he never been nominated?
Nah, he
for an
has.
Academy
He would have got
Award?
nominated for
No,
Concussion.
he's probably been nominated a hell of a bunch.
Anyway, so and people like, oh, like Will Smith's got this in the bag, and then Andrew Garfield comes out with Tick Tick Boom, and people are just like,
Oh.
the man who could not sing
I've
before doing this
And piano.
and piano.
I've seen a short, and I did scroll past it, but like pretty quickly because I do want to watch it.
Yeah.
But it was like someone had posted a quick scene from TikTok, and like the bit I caught was Andrew Garfield singing, and I was like, hold up,
Hang on a second.
hold up.
Yeah, so legitimate.
3090 is the best song of that show.
30, 90, 30, 30. It's and
Yeah.
like so the entire like the
They're
the
singing
jumping
happy
between.
birthday.
Oh, it's
You
so
just
it's such a
wanna
good
lay down and
sequence.
cry.
It's such a good sequence, and for us,
It's the opening
being
song
in
too.
our 20s,
Oh.
like slowly approaching 30, we're all we're fairly creative people. Like this is an
We're not halfway
existential.
through our 20s yet. Come on, calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
please.
but like this is an existential crisis in a movie.
Yeah, it's
and you experience it through this guy
and
who's
it's
about to turn 30.
Such a like great representation of the artist struggle.
Oh my god!
Because like
yeah.
it's just kind of like you can spend all your time into this one thing, but like
and it might
not work out. So just move on to the next one.
Yeah,
And
and
then
that's
that
the
one?
hustle.
That's a hustle.
Mm.
Stephen Sondheim.
Oh,
Bradley Whitford plays Stephen Sondheim.
dude, he nails it.
Yeah, he's great.
He nails.
I
his
love
impression.
I love the fucking first time you see him. He's got the other guy next to him, and it's just like yeah, but the music. I actually like the music. Well, yeah, the music was great.
Yeah, the other guy just quickly changing his opinion.
Yeah.
but he was so opinionated that he had to give his opinion, and then he had to suck up to him.
Yeah.
because he was
It's
Stephen
Stephen
Sondheim. Oh my god, it was honestly so good. I thought the whole cast were fantastic. The songs are obviously brilliant.
Yeah.
And everything about it, like how it's shot, everything. It's
I'm
just
cut.
amazing.
There's no official recording of the Superbia song. How good's that song? In the one that they workshop in Superbia.
Yeah,
That's
oh.
incredible, and it just doesn't exist because it never got made.
Yep, it legitimately never got made.
And so
they
sad he didn't get to see
actively make it
Rent.
afterwards. Yeah, that's real sad.
Yeah.
Real sad.
Yeah, he's great though. I love the whole you're watching the show, but they intercut with the real.
Yes, I
live.
love that.
That was incredible.
Intercutting with the stage show, him actually performing to a crowd,
Yeah.
and then that's like the start of the movie and it's the end of the movie, and then in the credits you get to see the actual footage
Yeah.
of him, like that was recorded on a VHS back before he
that's
died and
gonna be-
everything. And you look at it and you're like, how the shit have they nailed it so well?
It's incredible.
He looks exactly like him, dressed exactly like him. Everyone looks exactly like how it needs to look for everyone else. That Mozzie just wants its screen time. Yeah, it was just fantastic.
Where's it on my list of the year?
I gave it a 5 out of 5.
I get 4.5. It could it's high up in that. 5's a big thing to
Yeah.
give to like.
I'll give you this though. So like I gave it a 5 straight away. Michaela was on it and she was like, "Well, I have to give it a 5 because it made her cry." And Michaela does not cry at movies at all.
Was it Tears of Sadness?
There's
he died.
There's a part.
I'm gonna
well,
cry.
there's that, but then there's also the earlier part as well, which is just like, man, this
Oh,
fucking
dude,
hits
how?
home.
Wait, sorry, sort of like, oi.
Go for it. I need to
fucking-
change cameras over.
The guy is for you. You've seen the other one's seen it. The guy that plays his best friend Michael.
Yeah.
He's Benny from the original Hamilton. Not Hamilton. He's Benny from the original In the Heights musical.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But he's also incredible.
He was fantastic.
Their song's great when they're talking about moving out.
So dark.
All right, so Tick Tick. All right, so my top. This is my current top 5 of the year. I go from 5 up. 5 is The Last Duel. 4 is Tick Tick Boom.
Wait, Steph, quickly say something.
Hello? Wait.
From the so 5 is The Last Duel. 4 is Tick Tick Boom. 3 is The Power of the Dog. 2's June, and then 1's 9 Days. Some heavy rearranging happened. But that's where I'm sitting at the moment. I haven't seen anything better than 9 Days this year. Is it good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Now it is.
it like we've gone from having this really nice backdrop to like,
Darkness.
We
Are we
look
in
like
an
we're
abyss?
on like a.
I love this though.
abyssal
I'm having a
stage.
vibe. I like on my blankie.
Yeah, I'm loving
The blankie helps.
what
The blankie
the energy
helps?
Alex is bringing is good.
Yeah, it's Tick Tick Boom. Anything else you want to say?
Venom.
Watch it. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so I saw this like before the last show.
Yeah.
And I mentioned, I'm like, yeah, I saw Venom.
You
and
told
then-
me before the episode.
And then I told Brayden for the episode. I think I told everyone like, yeah, I watched Venom.
Yeah,
it wasn't great.
you told me that.
This
you spoke
movie-
to me about it the night after you'd watched it.
This movie is so fucking forgettable. I forgot to mention and talk about it on the show last week.
Yep. I will say, I think it's been a running mention on the show when I go and see a movie with my pa that my pa's movie taste has gone downhill.
Yeah.
My pa did not like Venom 2.
Oh, what?
And I was so proud.
So
Is
this is how I
the
put
time
it.
we bring back a very old segment of Sony? What the hell are you
Sonny,
doing?
What are you doing?
So
Alex is getting ready to flame Venom 2.
but it doesn't
It
make
is his
sense.
blankie.
I don't even blankie back. No, so
I'm ready.
the first Venom
Yep.
was bad but fun.
Yes.
This
Exactly.
This is shorter than that, and this is
Yep.
bad but
Bad.
confusing.
It's
okay.
bad, but like
Not
we're-
confusing in the sense like, oh my god, I don't understand what's
I
happening.
didn't get the plot.
No.
There's really not a lot of plot.
Is it just confusing as in you don't know whether you hate it or
Venom at a rave has the capability to be the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It was. It could have been amazing.
It's just weird. Like obviously,
Is she doing a rendition of Eminem's Venom as well?
I
I
don't
think
know.
she is.
Tom Hardy,
Tom Hardy.
great in the film. Like
Tom Hardy is the highlight of this movie.
he is.
Other than the end
He's
credits.
giving it his all.
Tom Hardy loves this role.
He loves playing Eddie Brock.
What did
with
you
Venom.
give this out of 5? Just to preface.
I gave it a 2.
Okay.
I think I also
all
gave
right.
it a 2.
It's bizarre. I can't believe how fucking short it is.
It's so quick.
How long does it go for?
Hour and a half.
Oh, that is a short one.
It's
That's a
real
short
especially
one.
for
quick.
like
We're setting up
Superhero
Carnage,
movie.
the
And-
biggest Venom villain villain there is,
Yep. And
other
then,
than Spider-Man.
so this is my thing with these Venom movies.
I hate Carnage.
I also hate Carnage in this. It's horrible.
Let there be Carnage. No, that's not Let there be Carnage.
Let there be Carnage.
Put Carnage away for a
Put
bit.
Carnage away.
Get Woody Harrelson out of Carnage.
Yeah. Oh,
just not a good
man.
combo.
Woody Harrelson's doing things in the film. First of all, the fucking fact how Carnage is created in this film.
Oh,
is that
that's
how
dumb.
he is in the comics? Is that in the comics?
I honestly, I don't think so. I'm gonna look it up. Just
So
to
Woody
double check.
Harrelson just randomly bites. Not for any reason. He just fucking bites Eddie Brock while he's visiting him in prison.
After Venom has been
What?
annoyed by him egging him on about
Yeah.
his like divorce and shit.
Yeah, Venom kind of pushes him. So Eddie Brock goes, "I'm gonna bite your hand."
Venom's a real child.
Yeah.
Like Venom takes everything incredibly personally and is a big whiny baby.
But is Venom Tom Hardy?
Venom, Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock. Venom, who's also voiced by Tom Hardy,
Is an alien
Is-
from outer space.
who is a symbiote.
Yep.
Lives
who
inside
kind
of him.
attached himself to Tom Hardy and turns Tom Hardy into like big Spider-Man.
Because Eddie Brock was also a loser like him.
Yeah.
Venom's a loser amongst
So
the
they're like
symbiote.
kind of friends. They don't hate each other.
It's a relationship. That's a whole the best part of this film is just like they're in like a bickering. They're like a bickering couple.
Okay.
It's like these two have been
Interesting.
thrown together, and it's
So
Let it evolve.
In the comics,
And Venom's evil.
well,
It's meant to
okay.
be
So
the
Venom,
lethal protector.
So actually, that's the one part of this movie I liked. The fact that they go so hard on this like super fucking 90s idea. In the comics, Venom's a bad guy. But when Venom is an anti-hero, which is what these movies are committing to, they're really committing to him being an anti-hero. He's not a bad guy. He's an anti-hero.
He's a hero.
They call him Lethal Protector.
Yeah.
And Venom in this movie is trying so hard to make Lethal Protector happen.
Yeah.
He's so committed to it. We're the Lethal Protector.
That's what they even call themselves. That
My pa also had a gripe with the fact that at times Venom and Carnage, there's so much audio effects on them that you just can't understand them at all.
yeah, it's worse than Tom Hardy as Bane.
Honestly, yeah, it is. Oh, why is it Tom Hardy every time?
it's something with him. And,
Yeah. I really like Tom Hardy in this. Like,
So do I.
He loves this role so much.
he did the stories by him.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Actually, no, that makes a lot of
Poor
sense.
Tom Hardy.
There's an entire sequence where he's just not in the film.
Oh,
Venom's just jumping from people to people, and they give us Lady Venom again.
Yep, they give you Lady Venom again. They
oh,
had
we
to.
had that.
We
They
had
had
that.
to,
We
straight
got it
away.
again because it was funny.
I don't think I've ever watched Venom.
I still
since
haven't
saw it
seen
in-
Venom since watching it again.
I haven't watched it since
but I'm
we watched
about
it.
to watch it again because I'm making Michaela watch Venom, and then I said we don't have to watch Venom 2. We can just watch the post credits. It's fine
It's just like
because it's on YouTube.
Carnage. I can't believe how like nothing. So quickly, the first person, the Naomi Harris's character in the film,
Mhm.
the actress that plays her, the younger version of her in the opening,
Mhm.
was terrible actress.
Yeah, she was
Sorry, she awful.
She was absolutely.
Just their whole.
How old is this?
The whole
Is
opening.
she meant to be like a teen? Just
No, she's like late adult, early
yeah,
adult.
it's meant to be late adult, but it's also like they're acting like they're like 13.
oh,
It's really bad.
It's real bad.
It's just not a good film, guys.
yeah.
It's honestly, it's terrible. Like when I was like, man, this movie's an hour and a half. There were moments in the plot where I was like, you could have expanded on that, and I would have been so interested. When this is one of my biggest gripes with this thing. He revved just because he saw that we were filming shit.
You reckon?
I reckon. Well, we got big fucking
reckon the lights
lights
give it
now.
away? I can't see any more bobbing heads.
The thing that annoyed me the most, when we get up to the final fight sequence in the church, and Carnage comes out, and Venom's like, "Oh shit!" And
It's a red one.
Eddie's like, "What?" And he's like, "It's a red one."
How does he know?
They don't expand on what that means at all. I want to know why Venom is scared of red symbiotes. Why a red symbiote's different?
How
They-
funny
are
is
they
it?
meant to
Like,
be the
they
evil
What
don't-
ones?
makes it different?
So
They don't
Woody
touch
Harrison
on it
bites.
at all.
Woody Harrison bites Eddie Brock. He's got blood in his lip.
Yep.
He kind of wipes it off, and the blood just has little things coming out of the blood. Goes, and Woody Harrison just goes, "Oh."
because he's a psychopath.
His first reaction is to eat the tentacle blood.
Yeah, and this is after he's gone on a tirade saying like, and it's in the trailer, the whole like that I've tasted blood and that's not blood.
Yeah.
Like this film is wild and
All
not
right.
in a fun way.
I am more intrigued to watch it.
Venom.
being
Like I am
honest.
intrigued,
We've
but then I'm
sold.
also like
We've sold
don't
people
want to
on
give it the time of day.
Sony, give us
Don't
money.
pay to. I didn't pay to see it.
I did.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah.
I
Actually, no, I
don't
did
think I'll
because my
pay.
pa got free tickets.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
I paid for popcorn,
Oh.
but that was it. But yeah, Venom 2. The only good part is the mid-credit sequence, and there isn't a post-credit sequence.
Yeah.
And
Go
you
on.
can just
Did you
watch
stay
the-
to the end?
No, I googled it very quickly.
I skimmed. I just skipped. Is there something at the end?
Yeah, we watched the big one, and my pa looked at me like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I already knew it." And then went to my phone.
It's been out since fucking
spoiled
October.
yonks ago. And then like that part I really liked though.
Yeah, I mean, excited for that.
Yeah, it's a really fun. I love the visuals of it.
I wonder what the next 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are going to be then.
Because they're talking about that.
Yep.
Very interesting.
See that next week, don't we?
Yeah.
We do.
Pretty exciting.
Keep thinking it's like this time next week. We'll be getting ready for it, but it's tomorrow this time next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So tomorrow we can say 1 week until Spider-Man.
But yeah, I cannot wholeheartedly not recommend Venom 2 enough. It is. Yeah, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Don't
And then
touch
I
it
also,
at all?
Mikhail and I also watched Amazing Spider-Man 2 in our getting ready for No Way Home.
Brayden, don't you know?
I'm
Electro.
I tell you what, rewatching this movie, it's bad.
Oh, it's awful.
It's awful. It's an awful movie.
Yeah.
I remember it being bad.
You don't like-
I haven't watched it since I saw it in the movies, and I
Yeah.
remember it being bad.
You don't like Dane DeHaan?
Dane DeHaan,
Kind
I
of
tell you what,
moping his way around?
Dane DeHaan, 90% of the time, is absolutely shit.
Yep.
Another 10% of the time, really like it.
Yeah.
I really love, like, Mikhail and I are watching it, and we're like, okay, we know this movie's bad. Let's give this thing a go. Let's see what's up.
Let there be carnage.
And let there be carnage.
All that wind's coming.
This film is written terribly. I'm watching the lights like a
Yeah,
hawk.
I'm waiting to jump up too.
You legend. You do that.
I won't.
I'm
strapping in, boys.
I have a MacBook Pro on my lap. I'm probably not going to do that. We're fine. I tell you what, this film is written terribly. It is one of the most beautifully shot Spider-Man films I've ever seen.
You reckon?
I think this cinematography.
Do I have to watch it again?
No, you don't have to watch it again. Just
I-
go look at screenshots.
I watched Amazing Spider-Man 1 not long ago, and I went, this fucking sucks.
yeah.
What's number 2 going to be like?
So number 2, the good parts about number 2 are the
Andrew
cinematography. Meh.
Really? We don't
Andrew
like Andrew
Garfield
Garfield?
at times. At times. A lot of the time, it is the writing mostly.
Can I talk about how bad I feel for Andrew Garfield? Because
Yeah, go for it.
he knocked it out of the park in Social Network.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably should have got nominated for an Oscar. He's fantastic in the Social Network.
Yep.
They did Spider-Man, and that kind of crushed him. We didn't hear for Andrew for a while.
He was real gutted after that.
Yeah.
Because he loved the role, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, at the time he loved it.
Yeah.
He was like, "I'm Spider-Man."
yeah.
And then after that, after everything, he was like, "I can't believe I thought I was Spider-Man. I'm
Yeah.
an actor, and I was given the role of Spider-Man, and it's a whole thing. You can read these amazing interviews that he's
But
given.
he's not in No Way Home, sis.
No, definitely not. Lizard's got a kink in his neck, and that's fine. I don't know if you saw the thumbnail that I made for that episode. I put a little picture of, it's very little. I put a little picture of Lizard in the corner, and then I copy-pasted his head 50 times so that it was stretched out across
Oh,
like,
really?
the entire
I did
bottom
not
of
see
the
that.
thumbnail. It's worth a look. It's a
Clever.
dumb little joke I put in there.
Cute.
But it's shot really well. I really love the visuals. The suit is, I love the suit.
Good
in this
suit.
one. Good suit. Some of the visuals, like some of the visual effects and everything, fantastic. Writing is atrocious. Everything is so inconsistent with it, and they try to cram so much into it, and it just becomes a setup movie for Sinister Six.
And that never happened.
So on the nose and terrible.
That never happened. He fucking mysterious man
bad.
walks past all the fucking suits.
Yeah. You see the Doc Ock suit, you see Vulture's suit, and then he gets a Rhino.
Dude, Paul Giamatti as Rhino is so funny.
I fucking love it because it's so bad. It's
He plays the Russian man.
oh man, it's not good. I gave it 1.5 stars,
Ooh,
and that's all from visuals.
that is.
Actually, I give it
Gosh.
give
You gave it 1 star.
I gave it 1 star.
Give
It's
it 1 star.
real bad. And it's
really
too
bad.
long.
Do I need to
it's
watch
way
these
too-
before
it's the
No Way Home?
longest-
If I've never seen them?
You gotta watch Gwen die.
Well, yeah.
But
Oh,
you showed me that video already.
I
Gwen
did.
dying is fucking.
I've seen-
brutal.
That's the best part of the film.
Is that it?
It's
So I've seen it.
Just because how
brutal.
well Andrew Garfield acts in that part.
Oh my god, they just let him act with just her lying there lifelessly, and like after the like crunch of her head hitting the concrete.
Oh.
So gross.
But Dane DeHaan,
Dane DeHaan
that's a goblin.
with his,
Oh my
with his goblin ears, like from the start.
And then fucking Electro plays Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Oh,
on the
that
fucking-
part is so disappointing. I quite like a lot of the whole like dubstep thing with
My-
Electro.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer's doing something.
He's doing something.
He did like a dubstep score for
Sorry,
it.
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
In
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
He did the score for
Oh.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he did like a dubstep score.
I did not
Hans
know
Zimmer-
that. I haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 1 or 2.
If
so-
you've ever wanted to see,
I'd say 2's more fun. 2's
honestly, Michaela, other than the fact that it's so fucking long, and,
Is it?
And the characterizations
Yeah, it's
are
like 2.5.
so inconsistent. They flip flop constantly. Like the writing is just
my
atrocious.
favorite thing. It's just like, did you see? There's an interview. Sony released an interview between, and it's like Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
Did you watch
3
that?
of them from the
Yeah.
Brazilian Comic-Con
Yeah.
thing?
Did you watch that?
I did.
Where Jamie Foxx is like, well, first of all, I'm not blue.
I'm not blue, and I'm happy about that.
But everyone's talking about how it's just like, yeah, Jamie Foxx, your hair's back though in this one.
Yeah,
You
he's
got
got
hair.
a lot going on. I love his suit with the little,
Yeah.
the little
The Tony Stark
Tony Stark's.
arc reactor.
Oh, dude, there's so much cool shit in this movie. I cannot wait to see.
I'm just happy to see Willem Dafoe back. It sounds like he's not
Dude,
going to be like a little
He
villain. He's
looks
going to be the
so
main
happy.
villain.
I also, it confirmed it in the opening of that interview where Tom Holland throws to them. They show a clip and it has Willem Dafoe in the
Yeah,
hood.
that's him.
So it is him. He's
Yeah.
just in a different suit. He's got new shit going on apparently, according to Willem Dafoe. And it was like the slightest
So you
spoiler
take
that he
it down.
gave.
Yeah, and there's clearly someone behind the camera being like
Oh yeah,
with a gun, just like,
100%.
you spoil this, you get shot.
Yeah, you cannot say anything. And when he was like, I don't want to spoil anything, but I imagine everyone behind was like this far away
Or like
from him.
everyone's just like,
Honestly, it's so
But I
close.
loved working with Toby again.
It just gets shot straight away.
sadly today,
yeah.
Willem Dafoe has
Willem
passed
Dafoe has
away.
passed
Willem
away.
Dafoe died from a pumpkin bomb.
Of unknown consequences. I tell you what, that's the other thing I like
Alec
from
Baldwin came into the set of Spider-Man.
Oh,
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Dane DeHaan's pumpkin bombs, they're not round. They are actually like, they've got flat bits, so they look like pumpkins.
Oh my god.
It's great. It's so dumb. Yeah, it's terrible.
My favorite thing in that film is when fucking Jamie Foxx goes into the electrical socket on the ground. He puts the cap back over it.
Yeah.
That's at the end of that great scene where him and Dane DeHaan threaten the guy, and Electro just does a tiny little bolt of lightning
Yeah.
and like stops his heart, and then he walks up and does the whole fucking clear thing, and it's like, "Welcome to the bonus round." It's like, it's so fucking.
I'm gonna watch
cartoony.
that. I'm
It's
watching that tonight.
What,
It's
just
a
that
comic
one
book
scene?
No,
movie.
just a movie.
It's a comic book movie.
I'm actually excited to watch it.
do it honestly because the visuals are so good. The cinematography is actually really good at times.
Yeah, I remember
And-
liking the opening with him, and he's kind of like doing the Spider-Man quips for Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, with Paul Giamatti before he's got the suit, and they're
And like,
stealing all
look,
the nuclear stuff.
Him and Emma Stone have fucking chemistry
my
that goes
God.
out of the water.
Their chemistry is so out of the oh my god, it does not deserve to be as good as it
We've
is in this movie.
Definitely reserved too much time for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 now.
Really have, hey.
And
do we
Venom.
wanna- Do we want to squeeze in? What else was one of the things we wanted to
What do
talk
you guys?
about?
You guys watched anything?
All I did was rewatch Ghost Protocol because it came back onto Netflix.
Good
so
movie.
It's a good movie.
Steph, you haven't talked in a while.
I did watch the South Park COVID special just in case.
Can we spoil it now? In a week.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
probably
Yeah,
can.
go for it. Just go for it.
Victor Chaos is, or Victor Chavez is going to be the best thing in the world because it's fucking Butters.
Oh God.
My God.
Didn't you not pick up on that?
No,
Victor
I
Chaos
didn't.
has to be Butters. Professor Chaos. He's a professor.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm being.
Dude,
I'm
I
stupid,
can't
of
wait for the
course.
next episode to come. They go visit him in the mental hospital, and it's just Butters. He's like, "Hey, fellas."
Oh
And, like,
my God.
I want so badly for him to be perfectly fine, but his parents put him in there because he's fucking Butters.
That sounds like the most Butters thing.
I have to process that because I cannot believe. Yeah, you're right. Because they were calling him Chaos or whatever.
Yeah,
Chaos.
Chaos. Victor Chaos.
And then oh my God.
Then
of
they
course.
reveal his prison cell and
And
it
the
says Victor Chaos.
When I was like, oh, they've been pronouncing it wrong. Chaos. That's a bad omen. It never clicked to me that Professor Chaos.
It's
Oh
gonna
my
be- it's
God.
Butters.
It's
And I swear to God, they better all turn the corner and he better just be, "Hiya, fellas," or,
I
"Hey,
hope
fellas."
he's totally fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I hope
like
he's
that.
not.
One of those.
His parents have
classic
to put him
phrases.
in there.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be so good. Cartman, look, part of me really wants Cartman to be two things that are going to be great. One, I hope the family's real. I hope they're his kids. I hope there's his wife.
Yeah, he
I-
hasn't just paid them off in some elaborate.
Yeah, I either hope
Some elaborate joke.
Yeah.
a part of me wants them to be just a good Jewish family and he's not fucking with Kyle.
But you want him to be fucking with Kyle.
But
as
the
well?
other part of me goes, I wouldn't mind it if the whole family's in on it. The whole family was fucking with Kyle as well.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
it's fucking Kyle.
But like you could imagine like Cartman's like said all this stuff about Kyle and has like somehow got them on board.
I'm wondering if that's honestly probably how they're going to do it. But like at the same time, I feel like maybe something could happen to make Cartman snap and he'll just revert back to his old ways or he'll leave the church or something will happen to make
I'm really
him just
hoping because he's not on board with the time travel plan.
No, because he's happy with how with what he's got.
Because I really hope it's because he wants to keep his family.
Sorry, what? There's a time travel plan?
They're going back in time.
Is this Avengers?
I mean, that's going to be the only way they're going to have to do it, right? To
my
get back to for them to do
God.
the next season of South
Yeah.
Park, they're going to have to go back in
true,
time
true.
to when it's going to have to happen. But either he's going to go along willingly or unwillingly. Did we ever touch on the fact that Stan killed his whole family?
No, because that was a spoiler. That's why I said it was dark, and Chris went, it's South Park.
But he murdered. He killed his. Well, he didn't murder his family.
So Randy and Sharon get a divorce
Oh.
because of Integrity Farm, because of weed, right? And
Integrity.
and fucking Shelley. So basically, Sharon wants half of the farm and the proceeds, and Randy's like, "Fuck you! No, it's my farm. You hate this farm. I want it all." And they just fight. And Stan has enough, and so Stan burns down the farm. But Randy's locked Shelley in in the barn because she wouldn't do her weed chores. And so Shelley dies.
Shelley
Yeah.
died.
And then Sharon kills herself because of Shelley being dead.
So Randy blames Stan
Randy blames-
for his wife and child.
I
and
might
daughter's
just
death.
like sign up for Paramount Plus and watch all of the South Park
Fucking
things tonight.
Randy's still fantastic. Old Randy just like, come on, Stan, get him.
Old Randy's still. I can't wait for young Randy to come back or younger Randy.
Yeah.
But old Randy is still very funny. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wait, they're actually dead.
And then the ghosts come back in and talk to him.
Yeah,
Which is
and then
like,
it's Stan's
it's
fault.
Stan's fault, Randy. It's
God.
so funny. South Park continues to be the greatest adult
Political commentary.
cartoon show there is. It's incredible. I started rewatching the episode the other day, and they do the one where they all go to watch the girls' volleyball game, but they're all there to see who's going to sit during the take a knee or sit down.
Oh, I
during the
remember that
national
one.
Anthem.
Oh,
And like as soon as they're all watching it, and then as soon as the anthem ends, and like they've all putting bets on which girls are going to sit down during the
Oh
anthem.
my God.
Everyone leaves, and they start playing the game, and there's no one in the crowd anymore.
I remember seeing that episode.
It's so funny.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next one. How many weeks until it comes out? 2 weeks?
They haven't announced when it's coming out. They just said it's coming out December.
People,
So
Okay.
people are theorizing it's
Anytime now.
Christmas.
yeah, I can't
Oh.
wait because of this such a great part one.
Yeah, it was a
and
very good
I
part.
love seeing all the adult kids. They're great.
Yeah, it's a great sort of break, but I am excited for them to go back to being kids, just because I don't know. It's kind of weird because I'm like, oh, they're old. There's not much left. Like once they're old, this would be it. But once they go back to kids, they can have another. 10
Kyle
good
aged
seasons
the
on them.
best.
Kyle, I'm trying to remember now. Yeah.
Stan's just a wreck.
Stan. Oh yeah, no. In terms
Stan's
of like,
wife is
they're
Alexa from Amazon.
yeah.
Like,
I kept
God.
thinking. I kept wondering, is she real?
No, she's not.
She's not.
She's-
I just thought it was this joke that it was like Alexa, go turn on the TV,
Yeah.
and she would just do it. I was like, man, she's whipped.
yeah, but he's laying in bed and she's like, "Do you want to hear deals on headphones?" And she's like, "Yes."
Oh my God.
Yeah, Cartman, obviously, fucking Jewish rabbi is incredible. Kyle, we don't know what Kyle does, but we just know
Yeah.
Kyle's hanging out.
He's just making money.
Kyle's the oh, I forgot the kid's name from It Chapter 2 that gets them all back in town.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I can't
Yeah.
remember his name.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, it's a black one.
Mm.
Is that bad to say?
No, that's
Cool.
fine.
Go, Chris.
Very, very, very quickly, considering you two haven't seen it and you're not watching it either. Hawkeye, episode 3. They show a lot more of Echo. We get some great deaf sequences. It seems like the hot thing at the moment is doing deaf people in like film and TV.
I had to double take then because I thought you said death sequences, not death.
How many people die?
Yeah, I'm
No.
just like, whoa.
No, so like they do really good sequences with these deaf characters, and it's fantastic. There's one of the funniest jokes I have seen in Hawkeye yet, where like this is not really a spoiler. Hawkeye's hearing aid gets busted in a fight, and the following sequence straight after that fight, Michaela and I were in stitches. It is so funny.
With all the arrows and stuff.
There is an element with so there's that, but it's after.
I've seen on the TikTok, she goes, "Hey, we're communicating." I've seen that on TikTok.
There's a part where they're sitting on a subway next to each other at the end of the fight. They get on the subway and they escape from the tracksuit mafia. And the interaction between Haley Steinfeld and Jeremy Renner while he's not able to hear anything is just so funny and so true to someone who, like, my pa is going deaf, like 100%. And there are so many times where we as a family will be talking about something and then my pa will come in and be like, "Hey, did you guys hear about?" And it is exactly what we've been talking about for 5
my
minutes.
pup's got a hearing aid, and you can only talk into the ear with a hearing aid.
Yeah, and they nailed that in
Same with
Hawkeye.
my pop. He's deaf in one ear, but he doesn't. And he's fine with the other one, but he doesn't wear the hearing aid. So if we're sitting like this and I'm trying to have a conversation with him and he's staring that way,
Yeah.
he will not hear a word. And he's literally,
Nothing.
I'll to get his attention, I go, "What?" And he turns around, "What?" And I go, I just yell it back at him.
Yeah, honestly, it's what you have to do. And Hawkeye is nailing that exact moment in time. Also, there's a lot of news at the moment because there's very big teasers of and there's teasers both in things.
Well,
and
I know what the tease is because my other mate just
you
spoiled
got
it.
it spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, well, I never watched the Daredevil show.
Yeah, oh, dude, you should. Daredevil's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I always got up to episode 7. I'd be like, "Oh, there's going to be 3 more episodes left for done." And it's like, "Nope, there's 6 more left." No,
Yeah, it was too much.
I was just like, "Nah."
They definitely should have done shorter
If
seasons.
the show goes for over an hour, stick it to 10 episode seasons.
Correct.
Um,
Daredevil's still very good, and it seems like they are.
Oh, he's back. No, Kevin Feige.
I did see the
announced that.
announcement.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of said
He said Charlie Cox is.
he's the
still
only
gonna-
person we would get back as Daredevil. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
So then it's just like, will John Bernthal come back as a Punisher? But John
And-
Bernthal has said, "I'm not coming back as a Punisher unless they're willing to go into the dark stuff."
Yeah, they want to do R-rated stuff with him.
Yeah.
And
He's not coming back unless they want to do R-rated.
the guy who plays Wilson Fisk is fantastic.
Oh,
as
Vincent
Wilson Fisk.
D'Onofrio.
So there's interesting things happening over on Hawkeye. We'll see what comes of it. Echo looks interesting. And that's about it
Echo.
for episode 135 of MMT Millennial Movie Talk.
Jeez, we went
Movie podcast.
around the whole spectrum. We went
really
musicals,
did.
we went climate change, we went South
Wow,
Park.
we did everything this
did.
episode.
We touched base on
We
it.
can retire.
we talked about rape.
I think we're good. We can just upload this episode. Jesus Christ, we did.
Hello, Jai Perry.
Thank you.
Jai Perry.
Thank
Hi,
you so
Jai
much,
Perry.
Jai Perry.
Don't say we talked about rape. Hello, Jai Perry.
no.
Don't do that.
See? You're insinuating something.
No.
Jai Perry, we love you. We know you have never done any
Oh my
bad
God.
thing.
Oh my God. Yep.
I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to thank the Patreon.
you
I
so
thought we were
much,
going to. I
Steph.
thought we were going to.
Now you're accusing him.
You nailed it. You nailed it,
Thank
Steph.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for jumping on that.
Thank you.
Patreon.com/MillennialMovieTalk, where you can chuck us $1 or $2 to help make the show happen. We might need new lights and new mic stands.
We
Hit us
need
up.
some stuff.
Let us know. It's been a rough day. No, it's been a great episode, though. I think we've had some excellent talking points. If you want to sound off on any of those, you can leave a comment on the YouTube channel and you can subscribe, like the video, all that jazz. You can share it around. And if you listen to us through your podcast service of choice, make sure you're following us and share it with your friends. If you are on a podcast service that has reviews, you can leave a review. That'd be nice. Look at you massive unit. Jesus.
Go green.
Go green. Vote green.
Vote
Ladies and
green.
gentlemen,
Vote green. Yeah.
Everyone should vote green. It's
Go
the only
blue.
way that any
Whoa,
of us...
whoa, whoa! That's lame.
Oh,
Liberal.
Jesus, Michael.
Come
Super
on.
not
Go
that.
blue.
Go purple. I don't
Who are
know.
they?
Purple
Isn't
is...
that the monarchy?
Who's the weed people?
Purple
Yeah,
is
who's the
actually...
weed people?
Purple is legitimately the Greens voting to legalize weed.
Hey,
That's
there you
legitimately
go.
the colour they use on all their
Wait,
marketing.
the Greens want to legalize
go green.
weed?
Fuck yeah. Steph's on board.
Steph.
Oh, you big fucking drug taker, you are.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
I'm just anyway.
What an
Follow us on
episode.
Has it kicked in
socials.
yet?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening.
Am I doing it right?
And as always, I'm Braden.
I'm Alex.
I'm Michael.
I'm Steph.
We're out of here.